Baby, word on the curb is that allegedly SHAMEA sent Angela a cease and desist before the reunion. And if this is true, I'm gonna tell y'all why I have a perfect explanation on why she would do that. If you are new here, my name is Rima. Welcome to That's Rima TV. I am so ready to get into this episode, y'all, because this was my favorite episode. Between the rainbow cake, Phaedra thinks she looks like Naturi Naughton, and this size 11 with Angela feet. Like, this episode gave me so much old nostalgic vibes. And my favorite scene thus far has to be when everyone was at Drew's house and having dinner. And that is where I want to start. Now, if you clicked on my video and you've never seen me before, I'm so glad to see you. My name is Rima. This is That's Rima TV, and I do weekly Real Housewives of Atlanta recaps, and we're starting with season 17. So anytime you want to see my unpopular opinion, because I want to hear y'all's too, make sure you hit that bell notification so that every time I come online, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to hit the bell notification because I don't need y'all to be playing with me. I don't. So after this video is uploaded, I need to see about at least 5 subscribers from this video. Or we're gonna open up with dinner at Drew's house. And as I said before, I love it. It was so nostalgic and it was very funny. I love how in this scene, the ladies are throwing like fun shade at each other and nobody is getting offended. Why? Because K Michelle is not there. I've coined these ladies the Fab Five, and I think that's kind of cliche. I might give them a different name, but you know, the Fab Five, you see them on the scene. That's Cynthia, Angela, Portia, Phaedra, and Drew. And they're having a good time. I love the fact that Drew says, okay, I got a rainbow cake in honor of Portia. Because you know Portia is in a relationship with Sway, and I have a deep dive coming to you all on who is Sway. Where did Sway come from? I was following Sway on Instagram before all of this because I knew she sold salon sweets and she had a masterclass for that, but I'm gonna do a deep dive on that. Nonetheless, you know, Drew gives Portia a slice of the cake and then they laugh about it, and Portia said, well, you know, I'm gonna split it with you. And I love that shade because y'all know, and I've said in my previous videos, that I believe in my heart that Drew is part of the community. If she ain't the L, she's definitely the B. Phaedra turns around and say that she looks like Naturi Naughton because they were bringing up Pinky Cole having this show. I don't know if it's supposed to be on Tubi, and she wanted Drew to audition but never went through the proper channels. And see, let me tell you, that you gotta be doing business the right way, Pinky. Phaedra turns around and says that she looks like Naturi Naughton, and Cynthia turned her whole damn body and was like, wait a minute now. That scene was so funny because to me, she looks nothing like that woman. Now maybe 3 Long Islands and 2 edibles, absolutely, she'll look like anything. However, no. But this scene was so refreshing. I love how they even started taunting Ralph in the basement. Phaedra's like, okay, come on up here, Ralph, come speak to us. Portia's like scooting her chair, making noises to annoy Ralph. You know, this whole scene, it feels so good because it reminds me of me when I'm with my girlfriends and we all at one person's house. We drinking, we having a good time, we eating, and we're really laughing. And I think why I love this scene so much is because K Michelle was not there. Kelly was not there. Now, Pinky to me is like neutral. Like, she's not really like she can be, I feel like Pinky could be having fun on either side, but Mia wasn't there. And you know what? I love that. It reminds me of like when you have a friend group and you do have other friends, you don't want them to feel excluded, but also them being around is fucking annoying. It's so damn annoying. They complain about everything. You can't make a joke without them getting easily offended. They don't know how to throw shade, so anytime you say something, it's like a big deal, and you just be like, you know what, I ain't got time to mess with you, but they can say things about you. So it was so good that they were not there at all. And speaking of K Michelle, let me break down what I believe is going on. Remember in my earlier videos, I said that K Michelle, honestly, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I had a special delivery and I'm looking at my balcony and I'm like, is that what I think it is? But it wasn't. So yeah, here's my analysis of K Michelle. Follow me. In the beginning, I thought K Michelle was a great addition to the show. Right now I'm like, this is just not for her. And the reason why I think K Michelle is having a hard time on the show is because when you really think of like Love and Hip Hop franchise, especially Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, when you think about the women, none of those women can read down like the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now you might have, out of most people, you got Jocelyn. I think the main one is, hey man, I see you looking how you always looking in your maid outfit. But nobody can read down. If you look at the Real Housewives of Atlanta, how many reads do we have from NeNe alone? How many reads do we have from Phaedra? PORSHA. Ooh, the ghetto. Close your legs to married men. Ooh, child. When Phaedra went and told Kenya at the reunion, while you pedal on the weekends to sperm banks looking for someone to give you a baby, and you went and got a sperm from a man who ejaculated in a cup so he can afford a $15 pizza so that you can have your... That was crazy. Bye, Ashy. That was crazy. So I feel like K Michelle can't keep up with these ladies. They will read you down. Also feel like K Michelle probably just didn't expect like these housewives. I don't think she feels like she belongs. And Drew also let her know she doesn't belong in the friend group. Because when you think of like Love and Hip Hop, like they were filming in like different condos. Yeah, you know, some of them had houses. But these women live in grandiose mansions. These women have more money than the Love and Hip Hop people. These women are either housewives or they have very successful established business. They don't have small money. So K Michelle seeing that along with how beautiful these women are. Extremely beautiful. Y'all remember when they went to Casa de Fe and K Michelle glam team didn't show up and she couldn't do a quick 1-2, no basic makeup look. But we've seen PORSHA and we've seen all the girls on camera filming with no makeup on, putting a wig on, sometimes in a hospital bed looking a little crazy. Real life. So I feel like she feels insecure around those women too, but also because these women read. What did Angela say? I ain't lay on my back to get on my feet. And SHAMEA went and said that, oh, the reason why you're known is because your husband, you fucked the athlete. And she said, and I married him too. So all that, let me tell you, I think that's why K Michelle doesn't feel up to par. Should we give her a moment to get settled in and give her one more chance to get a peach? No. Now segment 2 is SHAMEA and Cynthia having a sit down. Of course, this is after the restaurant scene where SHAMEA got the hell up on out of there. And this is where I'm gonna tell y'all why, if it is true that SHAMEA sent that cease and desist to Angela, I'm gonna tell y'all why. So SHAMEA tells Cynthia that she doesn't have an issue with Drew, whatever, but explain that Drew's previous heated exchange with PORSHA is where she wanted to draw the line with her. And I'm like, but you still hanging out with Kelly, telling Kelly all these things about PORSHA, and PORSHA is saying these things out loud on the show. So girl, whatever, like whatever, because you remember like SHAMEA excluded Drew from the birthday party with no fucking reason. But when Drew sung the national anthem for Rich Homie Quan memorial anniversary celebration, she was invited. So it's just, SHAMEA is really annoying the fuck out of me. This is what I want to say, because SHAMEA's been playing the victim a lot. She's a decent actress, but she's been playing the victim a lot. Like a lot. I remember when Angela said that SHAMEA was fucking some of the Hawks and the Falcons players. And Angela be in this world because her husband is a legend. So Angela be around. And SHAMEA also works for these event things with the teams. I truly believe Angela knows something and SHAMEA has done something, but SHAMEA doesn't know what Angela knows specifically. And I believe that Angela at that table was gonna read those receipts and pull out the proof. And SHAMEA had to get the fuck up on out of there because I was gonna ruin her reputation and her damn marriage. Now, if you have a theory about SHAMEA right now, drop it in the comments. Y'all know I love talking to y'all in the comments, so drop it in the comments and let me read all of it and comment on it and get into it, because there's so many things swarming. Like, I have this whole idea of who I think SHAMEA is. I do believe that she is a lesbian. I forgot a lot of the girls on the show. If they ain't the L, they're the B. A lot of these girls, and you know, word on the curb is that SHAMEA and Candy allegedly they said they still are, but it was fucking. Like fucking. And I can believe that. In fact, I actually want to see that. Now let's get into segment 3, which is Kelly moves into SHAMEA's townhouse. Now, one thing I also love about this episode was that the support. Kelly's going through a very big financial situation right now. She is going through a divorce. Her ex-husband is not giving her anything, no money, no child support, no nothing. Nana's Chicken and Waffle in Sandy Springs is not doing its best. Hey, so Nana's Chicken and Waffle is not really doing its best as far as like the money coming in. Mind you, she has 2 locations, so she's really going through it. But I will say I love this season, this episode, because it really shows support. And you know what? If I was Porsha, I would stay the fuck away from SHAMEA. Kelly is also going through so much financial issues, lawsuits over unpaid credit card bills, and so much debt. And you know what? I really feel for her. I really do. I get it. But I love how Phaedra was like, you know what? I'm gonna represent you. I'm gonna help you get child support. I'm gonna do all these things. Don't even worry about paying me. So that was good. So now Kelly got a free place to stay and a lawyer that's gonna not charge her a dime. So I really think that's really good. But my thing is, okay, if you met Jarvis and he gave you $70,000 for your teeth, why couldn't Jarvis get you or help you pay your bills? Why couldn't Jarvis take over? Like, I'm not understanding. I'm trying to think there is no Jarvis. I'm trying to think SHAMEA is Jarvis. Now let me tell y'all what really made my day watching this episode was the event that Pinky threw at the skating rink was, in my opinion, the most successful event thrown by, I want to say, the Housewives in a long time. It was amazing. It was a theme party. All the girls were in theme for the most part. Pinky had a really nice gift for Angela because obviously it's the anniversary of Angela's mom's death, and it's been really hard for her. Even if you see the next episode, which I'll talk about that in episode 12 recap, Angela's mom is affecting even her relationship with her oldest daughter. So it was really good to see Pinky even have a gift for her, and they're all hugging, supporting her. Porsha and Phaedra announced that they're doing a group trip going to Scotland. But it seems like in this episode, everyone is having a good time. And I absolutely love that. It felt like a real sisterhood in that moment. Even when with, you know, the troublemakers in the mix, it really felt really good. And it's moments like this that I do these recaps, because I'm really, like, for someone who has stopped watching the previous seasons for a long time, like, I grew up on Real Housewives of Atlanta. It practically raised me. So I want y'all to hit that bell notification so that every time I get on here and I know exactly what is going on. Don't forget to do that. Also, give this video a thumbs up as well, so that it only pushes, or not only does it push my video further into algorithm, but it gives someone who has not seen me the chance to be introduced to me. I'm gonna take a moment to give Phaedra her flowers, because again, Phaedra deciding to help Kelly, not giving her, what they call that, pro bono. Kelly's not paying her at all, and she reminded Kelly that, hey, I didn't go to law school just to solely make money. It was also to help people. And I felt like Phaedra is the best person in this moment, because we've seen Phaedra get married, go through hardships, go through a divorce, see her life fall apart, get exiled off of the franchise, and to still come back. So her being there for Kelly, even in the midst of Kelly talking about Porsha, it just really shows that Phaedra is such a resourceful friend. She's a great friend, because if you need legal representation, she got you. But if you need to bury somebody and have a funeral service for them, she got you as well. So at the end, you have Porsha and Dennis having to sit down. Dennis comes over, he gives Porsha this ring back. I guess he wants to get back with her. I don't know what it is. I don't really know what he wants per se. I don't know behind the scenes. Somebody was like, behind the scenes, they think that maybe Porsha's leading Dennis on, which is why he thinks he still has a chance. I don't know, but you know, that scene, I believe it was a real scene. Like, Porsha broke, what is the third or fourth wall? She really was just like, she didn't see that coming where he brought that ring. So it seems like that ring has a lot of trauma, because he proposed to her twice. He broke both engagements. He can't seem to keep it in his pants. And you know, I feel like if Dennis never cheated on Porsha while she was pregnant, that they would have still been together for a very long time. They would have still been together. But I respect Porsha, because she's basically saying, like, living in a house with him, as much as I want to have this family, who wouldn't? But living in a house with him is going to be so detrimental, because in the first few couple months it's going to be good, but then it's going to turn bad, and she doesn't want that for her daughter. She feels like she has peace with it. It's just her and her daughter in the house, and I respect Porsha for that, because she's putting her child first over a fairy tale what if. And honestly, the only person to blame in all this is Dennis. So Dennis showing up with this ring, knowing that Porsha is in a healthy relationship, it's very tone deaf. Really tone deaf. And I hate when men do stuff like that. It's like, if I can't have you, I really don't want anyone else to have you, or I see you happy, so let me go ahead and just ruffle your feathers and get you upset to see if I still have control over you. S17, episode 11 was everything. The comedy, the grief, the friendship, the sisterhood, the support. Loved it all. And it reminded me why the franchise has lasted this long, even with the casting things. And speaking of casting, drop in the comments, who do y'all feel like is the ultimate dream cast? Is it, like for me, Phaedra, NeNe, Porsha, Cynthia, Sheree, hell, even add Kim Zolciak to it. Keep Angela and keep Drew around. But who do y'all think is the ultimate, and we want to see Marlo as well, but who do y'all think is the ultimate dream cast? Put it in the comments below. Let's go ahead and rate who we think are the best dream cast. Now, let me ask y'all this. Was Dennis wrong for bringing that ring back? Let me know in the comments. Also, I want to know, do you think that Porsha's admission that she considered going back to Dennis multiple times changes her conversation that she had with Sway, which Sway asked you, do you have any baby daddy drama? You know, this might be another video for another day, but I see how, like, oh my God, how there's like this negative connotation against like bisexual women in the community. And I think I never understood it. I never got the hate, but I'm seeing how it is translated in this love triangle with Dennis to the side, wanting to be in, Porsha, Sway, and hell, even Mike. So that's all I have right now. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video because I'm about to record the next episode. But listen, don't forget, if you are not subscribed yet, if you're not subscribed, I genuinely don't understand what you're waiting for. Like, we're on episode 11 right now and you have not subscribed. What is going on? What am I doing wrong? Let me know in the comments. How can I get your subscription? I would love for you to come back and chat with you again and again. So again, if you are not subscribed, please hit that bell notification and make sure you put all notifications so that anytime I post anything, y'all are aware of it. People have been telling me I need to do some Love Island recaps, and I'm gonna actually look into that. So I'll see y'all in the next video.